Good evening, everybody. This is Nelka again, and I received one request from our friend. His name is Iran Aban. He's asking for seaport lighting design. He said that, "Hi Nelka, have you ever tried designing a port using the high mast LED light 400 watt? Can you demonstrate what are the basics on this designing of ports?" And yes, he said it's a seaport with a width of 25-meter length and by 720 meters with the pole height of 50 meters height. Wow. And the required lux level is 30 lux only. But he said that it should be using 400 watt with 110 lumen per watt or 110 efficiency. So okay, Iran, it's easy. So you can either use Dialux Evo for this or the Dialux regular. So whichever software is you are comfortable with, you can use it. Alright, so you can go and check for the outdoor and building planning if you want to use Dialux Evo. And you mentioned that it's 25 by 720 meters long. That's too big seaport. So what are we going to do is we're just going to create a ground that has 25 by, let's say, 100, and then you can just multiply it into 70 meters long later on. Okay, the spacing, once you do the layout or in the AutoCAD, you can just multiply it into 720 meters long, but our calculation will be 25 by 100 only. Okay, so how are we going to do that? So let's go and create a reference line since you did not give me your drawing. So I will just place one line here and I will say this is 100 meters and say one piece. And where is it now? Okay, it's there. And I will say I need one more reference line for 50 meters or 25 meters. Just type it there and then say 1. Okay, so it will be look like this. So now I have guidelines for 25 by 100 meters. So you can go and create a dimension line for that to double check it. Yes, so this is 100 meter by 25. Okay, so now I have here 25 by 100 meters area, and we will run a calculation for this area for a seaport. But before you do your lighting layout and lighting calculation, you need to understand first the basics of a seaport. So first, seaport is a very salty place. So let's go and type seaport. Okay. So a seaport is a place close to the coastline or to the sea area. So that means your luminaire must be LM6. Is it LM6? It's a code for a salty treatment. Sorry, a treatment for your luminaire to resist the saltiness in the area. Okay, let's see what is LM6 is. Okay, this is LM6 is aluminum casting alloy. So your luminaire should be with a code of LM6 because your place is close to the sea, and everything that is close to the sea is prone to corrosion. So you must protect your luminaires into this kind of environment. So for example, I will type LM6 luminaire, and you can find some fittings that are LM6. Alright, so if you can it's not that you just need to make sure that you have 400 watt luminaire with an LED, but make sure you have this LM6 body or LM6 coating in your luminaire's body. Alright, so yeah, and then aside from that, you said that you need only 30 lux, but some seaport also requires a glare calculation, which should be less than, I think. Okay, let's go to the Zoom 12 lighting handbook and let's see if we can find this seaport requirements. Okay, I can't find seaport here. Okay, there's only airport. Okay, so anyways, since you did not mention the glare, then we will not run a calculation using the glare, or maybe I can just add it later. And then what else do you need to consider? Okay, the spacing. You said that the pole height is 50 meters high. It's very good because the higher your mast, the bigger the area you will cover the seaport. So very good that your mast is 50 meters. So I'm going to tell you that the usual arrangement for luminaire in the seaport is using the mast. And if you want to know more about this mast or seaport lighting design considerations, check this one, the Resilient Tough Light white paper. You can read a lot of things about the seaport lighting design. I will give you the link on this one later in the in this video. So yeah, you can see it, what are the considerations that you need to know before you do your calculation. So okay, let's go now and do your design. Okay, so I have here now, I open now the Dialux Evo. I'm going to do the calculation using Dialux Evo. But if you prefer to use the Dialux regular, then it's okay. It's easy to use, and if you're comfortable with the Dialux regular, then you can do it. Just follow the same style for Dialux Evo, and yeah, you can use that one later if you want to. Alright, so I have now 25 by 100, and you mentioned that it is 750. So later on, you can just copy this area, multiply it 2 by 7, and then another half, because you said it's 720 meters, 25 by 720 meters. So okay, let's go now and do it. First, you need to create your ground line. So go to your first tab, which is the side tab, and draw your rectangular floor element, and then do like this. So double check in the 3D how it looks. Okay, and then you will say generate output for this site, so like that, and name it as seaport. Enter. And then if your light loss factor is 0.8, you can do it, but I would like you to go and check this one. Go to this edit, and then you will select here shipyards and docks. Okay, and you will say, for example, general lighting for shipyard, storage, or mounting of electrical, painting and welding, or short-term handling of large units. So I think it's I think you will need to have a short term, because you said 30 lux, because if it's for general lighting, it's 50 lux. Okay, let me see, click it. Yeah, it's 20 lux, same 20 lux with the uniformity. Okay, so let's go and use the general lighting of shipyard area, or let's say short-term handling of large units. And then let's just change it with 30, then enter. And surrounding, let's say 20, background 7, or you can change it in 10 if you like. And you did not mention the uniformity, but the default here in the Dialux Evo is 0.25. So if you want to use 0.3 or 0.5, then you can change it. But let's say I will just follow the Dialux Evo requirements here, which is 0.25, and you can see here that the glare limitation is 55. So if you have restrictions like 45 or 40 or 50, you can change it here. Okay, so maintenance factor, if you want to change it into 0.75 for example, because in our office we usually use 0.76 or 0.7 for outdoor lighting, but since you're using LED, then you can maybe use 0.8, but for now let's just change it into 0.75. okay, and then so now your area is properly set now. So let's go and select the luminaire. So you mentioned that it is 400 watt LED with 110 lumen output per watt or efficiency. So let's go and select for fitting. Let's go and check it here at Thorn Lighting. I don't know any brand, so let's just use for now this Thorn Light fittings. So let's go to the outdoor tab and you can select it here. There's so many options here, so I can just go and check the area flood lighting, as you can see here. And then there are lots of options here, but you said you need 400 watts, so I'll go and click the more options, and I will use and select the 400 watt here. So I only have 308 and 424. I better go for 308. Then you can just adjust it if you have 400 watt luminaire later on. Okay, so I have here the Area Flood Pro, so I'll just click it and then I will select. So you can see here, I don't think there is a LM6 description here, so it means it means it's not good for, yeah, it says die-cast aluminum body only, but it's not mentioned about the LM6 treatment. So if you want to use this one, for example, you have to ask the supplier to treat this luminaire with LM6 coating, so it will comply to the shipyard or seaport lighting design. So now I will use these are some of these codes are important, like this 50 and 40 degree temperature. So if it's too hot in that shipyard, you should have at least higher ambient temperature requirement on your fitting. So let's, for example, I will use this 60 degree bipower. Bipower means that during the nighttime, the lumen output and the power consumption will reduce into some percentage. So you will only you will save energy. At the same time, it will not this bipower will save much of your energy. So it's good for the client's business proposition. So let's go and select, for example, this class 1. So go and select the Dialux text here. Just press this one. It will download. Let's say save, and then just press at the bottom here. If you're using Google Chrome, this is 37,000 lumen outputs. Very good. And then once you check this one, go now directly to your Dialux Evo file, and now you find it's here already. So for the first work that you need to do, you just go and try this draw rectangular arrangement. And then, say for example, you have 3 pieces here. You go down and change the mounting height into 50 meters. Okay, sorry, I should not use that one. I should have used the mast or circular arrangement, because most of the arrangement in seaport yard is in the mast, and it's in the high mast, so it means it's in the circular arrangement. So let's go and create a guide. Much better. So for example, I create a reference line here, and I will offset this reference line into, this is 125 meters spacing, and then I will have 4 pieces. and then I will have another one here just to make sure that I have in the middle, it's in the middle, so I will say 25, so it will be 12.5. there you go. And then I will press this one, draw circular arrangement. You might think it will be here, so you can have let's start first for 4 pieces and then go to the mounting height and change it into 50. So if you go to your elevation view, will look like it like this. So it's so high. If you want to create a pole, so you have a guide, just go to the construction object and then create your mast or your pole here. So for example, I want to use this vertical cylinder and then place it here, and then I will say this is 50 meters high and the diameter is, let's say, 0.8 by 0.8. okay, so if you go to the 3D, you will see that this is now your mast. So go and check the other one also here. So go and wait, the diameter, the radius of this luminaires, as you can see, is 2 meters. So let's make it precise, and then let's just move it in the center. Okay, this one is in the center also, and then Control C, Control V to place it in the other side, maybe here, I'm not sure. Let's just try this one. So the spacing is 50 meters spacing. So let's run a calculation using these parameters for now. And now I can see that the result is, where's my result? I don't see any result. Okay, I can see now that I have only 10 lux on the floor, so I think it's not enough. So what I'm going to do, so you can see it's only 10 lux. This light blue here is 10 lux and this dark blue is 7.5 lux. So if you want to go and check the numbers, go and click the calculation objects and then press this result on surface, and then you can see here the label, and also if you want to know the values, go and click the value chart as well and the false color. So you don't need to do it here. And okay, so you can see here that it's 12.3 lux and the value is so small, but if you want to zoom it, you can see it here. Okay, if you want to increase the value, the size of the text, you can go and change it here. So say 1. Now it's big, and then go and change the quantity of the numbers, and you will see, for example, let's go and change it into, for example, 10 by 40. Okay, 10 by 40, or let's say 8 by 30, and then let's change the color of the text into something like red, so you can see the difference. So now you can see that the lux value is not enough, so we need to either increase the quantity of the floodlights, and yeah, let's do it. So first go and copy the objects. See that, because you can see that there is some shadows happening on the surrounding of the pole, and if you want to have a precise calculation, then place the pole also. And then let's increase this one into 6 by 6, and then let's go and run the calculation and see how it goes. Okay, now it looks like we are achieving only 17.9. So again, this is not enough. So maybe we will increase again the quantity of the floodlights. So if you want to go and check it, it says that there is 20 lux here and there, and maybe we can also adjust the tilting of the floodlights, because right now it's only 0 degrees. But if you want to change the tilting, you can go and say, for example, 5 degrees. Okay, so it should be -5. There you go. So I tilted the floodlight into 5 degrees like that. And if we want to change and add more, let's say 8 pieces on one mast, because right now my wattage is only 308 watts and your requirements is 400. So maybe your luminaire will be more powerful and more efficient. So let's go and run it. So we change the luminaires into 6 per mast. Now it's still not enough because it's only, see, it's 22 lux only. So if it's 22 lux, what if we do, okay, let's go and check the pseudo color, how it looks. Let's see the uniformity on the ground. So we can see right now that it is 20 lux all over here. So I think your mast is too high, but since this is your requirements, then it's okay. So you can either again add more floodlights here, like maybe say 12 pieces. Go and check the, yeah, here, and make just remove the degree or the tilting, so it will be focusing only on the ground. Okay, I'll say add here and make it 12 also, and remove the tilting of 5 degree. So let's go and run and check it. Okay, now I have 36 lux. See this purple, sorry, not purple, the cyan is 30 lux, and you can see here it's very good. It's well distributed, because if you have other fittings also on the other side, then you can find that it's very uniform. So let's go and check what if we have other luminaires on the side. So let's make it 6, and then let's adjust this into so we're going to put luminaires on the sides as well. So we're going to copy this one, Control C, Control V, say yes, and then let's copy also the pole, the object, Control C, Control V, and then we will adjust our ground line so it will be focusing on the middle. So let's select this one and put it somewhere like here, and also this one here. So let's just imagine that it's continuous. So what we're trying to achieve here is a uniform distribution of light. So now it's 45. That means the 12 pieces of light is too much. It's overlit as per your requirements, which is only 30 lux. So let's make it 10 pieces or 10 floodlights in one mast only, and then another one is 10 here. Oops. Yes. And if it's you have 400 watt, then maybe you can have only 8 pieces of floodlights in one mast. So let's go and run it. And now it's 37 lux. So what if we make it only 9? Oh, it's 33. Okay, that's looking good. What if if we make it 8 per mast, and let's see how the result will come out. Perfect. You can see here now, this is, wow, this is really amazing. You can see that's 30 lux with 0.73 uniformity. It's 0.7 uniformity. it means it's very uniform in the actual situation. So yeah, you can that means your layout must be 100 meters apart, and if you can go forward to 150, it's much better because your mast is really high. So yeah, that's it, and I hope I answer your question. All right, you can just multiply it to 750 meters long. Okay, so that's it, and good night.